Come and jump in the ride, hop on the bus. We gon' slide, be outside when we pick you up. Take you to a place where you can open up your mind. Say what you gotta say, and nobody blinks an eye. You on the long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts. You on the long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts. At the bus stop and whatnot with some blunts in my lunchbox. Enough stock to last the whole show. Got a whole packed road. The place about to go, better keep your glass cold. Now jump in, meet my other friends. Big respect, gotta show love to them. You wouldn't believe who the bumping in. Why you looking like that? You coming in? Anyway, this is Matt, that's Steve. What a rich Danny. There's Jason, there's Robin, that's the other Steve.
Welcome back. This is our 110th show. It's crazy to me. But we'd like to thank our sponsors, 3 locations here in Omaha, Habits Glass and Goodies, selling our local music too for artists. We got Coach Chiropractic, 114th and Blondo, and Olson's Automotive in Blair, Nebraska. And they do everything from your tune-ups, oil changes, to paint and body work and powder coating. But so today we got Bleezy G of Loud Pack Entertainment. Welcome to the show, bro.
Hey, what's happening? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little tired, but I'm doing all right.
I appreciate you for having me today, man. I'm excited to be here. It's always a fun time. Get out here and, talk about some stuff. So
the Loud Pack guys are always fun, dude. Yeah, and we enjoy you guys and
appreciate that.
You were on the bars, but you haven't been in here officially, really.
Yeah, definitely had to get the best of both worlds for sure. We be trying to get out and show our faces the most we can. So
right. So how old are you?
So I'm 25, going to be 26 this year.
All right. Congratulations on that.
I appreciate it, man. Youngin.
I'm getting gray. I'm 44, so I've almost got 20 years on you. Yeah. But so Omaha native?
Yeah. Yep. Born and raised.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You got any kids?
So not personally, but I live with my girlfriend. She has a 3-year-old, and try to step in and be there for her and her kid every day that I can. So
yeah. Well, good on you, man.
Yeah.
Kids need all the love that they can get. So
definitely, man. It's a harsh world out here, brother. It's a harsh world for sure. So having that, like we were saying earlier, a safe space for, a kid is definitely very important. And, just showing love every second that you can, it's difficult, but, showing that love is super important.
Yes, it is. And it's crazy how many unsafe places there really are.
Dude, it's actually nuts. I was just having a conversation the other day with one of my homegirls, who worked in the daycare industry for a long time. She was a manager at a daycare center here in town, and she ended up leaving not too long ago. But she started out working for them, just as a place, having a kid herself. It was difficult to find a job that worked with her hours and stuff, which is also another crazy topic about how, not flexible a lot of employers really are for people with kids, man. It's actually insane.
Yep.
But just telling me about, all the stuff that really happens behind closed doors with a lot of, even like established daycare centers that you really wouldn't even think about, man, places that you would think it's a safe place, man. And from that to, growing up in a bigger scheme of things, school shootings and different stuff like that, man, it's crazy what these kids have to go through nowadays. It was really never, I don't know. Today's kids have to go through so much more than, didn't have to worry about so much more than, I feel like I ever had to in school.
And I know it isn't a shield, but I moved an hour outside the city. Again, I know it isn't a shield. Like, they still go through things, but I just felt like the odds were better.
Yeah.
Out where there was less people.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the smaller towns for sure, but, working in, I did property management for a while and was a landlord for a while, and, dealt with a lot of properties in a lot of different areas of town. And like I always told a lot of my people, crime has no address, man.
No.
So that's what's crazy, man. And these people that are out here and really doing messed up things. I mean, it's just expanding because the access. I feel like a lot of it comes from the online. You know, a lot of the stuff that these kids have access to online, or you know,
Roblox.
these people. Yeah, dude, that's insane. That's a whole nother. That's nuts, man.
Bro, there was just a dude from Nebraska that got popped on man, he had picked the kid up,
dude,
in Florida. They said he drove 21 hours straight, swooped this kid up, and was on his way somewhere, and they got him.
that is absolutely. I think I seen that they caught him in. I think it was like what, Georgia or something like that.
So.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to like misquote, but I felt like it was Georgia.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely insane, man.
And I'm telling my 9 and 7-year-old, I'm like, they always wanted to play Roblox, and I'm like, nah, man, it's just full of pedophiles.
Yeah,
like,
dude, it's like hidden behind false agendas, man. And it's like, I don't know. Yeah, these big companies are allowing so much. I mean, I know it's probably difficult on their end, you know, to try and stop it all. But I mean, I feel like, I don't know, with today's society and everything that's coming out recently, and you know, today's news with, you know, the whole Epstein files and everything like that, you know, it's just seeming more and more,
bro, it's
believable that
it's like a flood of nasty,
dude, people that you would never even think about, you know. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. It's crazy. It's gross.
Look, I was a child that had experienced some daycare trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I knew it was there, but I didn't know it was everywhere.
Yeah, man, on such a huge scale, dude. It's and the way, and I guess lengths that some of these people go to cover it up.
Yeah,
is like, and I mean, just like I don't know, man. It's a whole disgusting world out there. That's all I gotta say. Is it's a whole disgusting world. There's a lot of people that are doing a lot of gross things, and
yes. So sorry, we kind of spun out there.
Yeah,
we kind of spun out there, but it is something I feel is.
Yeah,
I appreciate you rolling with me on that.
Definitely, brother. Yeah, man. Definitely got to be a safe haven for people out here.
Man, for kids.
Yeah,
and,
man.
And these females, and man,
you never know. You never know what's going on. You got to be a good person all day long.
So, what do you do for work to support the dream currently?
So currently, right now, I'm in the process of getting started to work at home, do a work from home job for Mutual of Omaha.
Bet.
So going to be customer care analyst with them, and that'll be just sort of something I can do, to be at home, and it's a full-time job, so sort of supports my habits. I'm also in school right now, full-time though, or not full-time, close to full-time. I'm just like slightly under, but
you're working full-time, and
so yep, and so got a lot of stuff going on, but yeah, so I've been property management for the last like 4 or 5 years, but wanted to take a break, so I'm getting into something that I can.
Well, it's a good company. They're solid.
Exactly, and something that's based in your hometown and stuff too is pretty cool. You know, they've been a staple here for so long.
To be able to work from home,
and
if you gotta like help for something real quick, and as an old man, I didn't learn this soon enough how much the job can take away from you in the family.
Yeah.
I was driving and managing restaurants, and I just was never around, and I missed like my oldest, like I feel like I missed everything. There wasn't enough footballs thrown or baseballs thrown, you know, like
definitely
too many games. Like I made all his games. I think I missed one game he's ever, you know, but like, you know, I still feel like I missed way too much.
And it's terrible. You know, you feel like the hard part about it is you feel like you have no choice, you know, like it's, you feel like you have no choice. It's either, you know, one or the other. And that's what sucks is that's what the norm is. There's nothing that's really affordable anymore. So,
facts,
you know, you got to find ways to try and make some money somewhere. And, you know, long term, definitely goal is to work for yourself, you know, definitely long term. That's the goal. But, you know, just try and do the best you can in the meantime. And that's really all you can do. You know, I feel like, I've been during, the Christmas season, I actually took a role with Amazon,
Okay.
doing some like deliveries and stuff with them, and sort of, just something that was, I thought was going to be I thought it was going to be easy, be by myself all day, like a cake work. Because I've been, managing over 6+ properties in at a single time, multifamily housing community. So it's, 400, 500 plus units, that I've been dealing with for 4+ years. So I thought it was going to be a, a mental break and shit for sure. But nah, that dude, it is terrible, man. Amazon is terrible, brother. I mean, it is crazy. Yeah, that really is like, I mean, you're doing 12+ hour shifts on like a daily basis. Like, you don't get breaks, you don't get lunch breaks, you don't get
And you
like,
can eat between packages.
yeah, literally, man. And it's crazy. And it's like, yeah, they tell you, you're obligated to take 2 15-minute breaks and a 30-minute lunch. But if you take it, then you get behind and you don't finish. And then if you don't finish on time and you're too slow, they throw you off. Like, you could not have a route the next day and not have any work to do and tell you to go. Dude, it's absolutely nuts, man. And so yeah, I'm glad to be able to start this new new work from home job, man. It's gonna be,
Yeah.
it's gonna be nice, man. The lengths you go through, man, but definitely still pushing through the common goal, keeping up on the creative side.
Yeah.
Um,
So do you
got to keep pushing.
looking back at it, like
Yeah.
to the childhood, do you know what it was that started your love of music? I mean, was it mom singing in the car? Was it church? What was it?
Honestly, I say it was my sisters, man. So I'm the baby of the family. I grew up with 3 older sisters, and they were in high school at the time. So
That's tough.
as
So
I
you
was,
probably can communicate well and shit.
yeah,
Not me, bro.
yeah. People say I'm a little too good with my words sometimes, but
Bro, good for you.
no, but yeah, man, yeah, I think it was my sisters, honestly. They had such a diverse like range of stuff that they listened to, from like the 90s rock and, indie music, like, with like Nirvana and, the boy bands and shit like that with NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and all that. And then you had, my other sister, my sister who currently lives down in St. Louis right now. She got me started on like hip hop music and stuff like that. Early 2000s hip hop. And so I don't know, like, just off the top of my head, I don't know, just thinking like Eminem,
they kind of
like,
pointed you into
yeah, different directions, man, all sorts of different directions. And so I think that's really what began it. And then from there, I've just really expanded on my own love for the game.
Do you know what age you kind of decided that music was something you were going to pursue?
I'd say probably not seriously until I was about 21.
Okay.
I would say.
So 3 years ish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
But you weren't like 12, like, I'm going to write these or.
Honestly, no. I mean, I tried here and there, just being, with my friends and stuff like that. I would go out in the car and we would freestyle and do different stuff like that, just being stupid. But I never really took it seriously and never said that, this is what I want to do full time until I was probably, about 21 or so.
I was like 8 years old, skateboarding, listening to Criss Cross. I thought for sure I was going to rap. But I never really tried.
I never really, that's the crazy thing, man. People always ask me, what I wanted to be as a kid. I really never had like, a dream of like what I really wanted to do. I never knew 100% what I wanted to do growing up until, I really, my love of music and what really, going through traumatic experiences, what really started my, love for music, and I guess my own journey for music. And that's really where it started. And I found out that that's what I wanted to do.
You learned that it could be healing for you, so possibly healing for others.
Exactly. Yep. Found out that, I could let it off my chest, and, it made me feel a certain type of way. And so that's really what started my personal journey for creating. But yeah, always loved different type of genres, listening wise, and just grew up on all sorts of different stuff.
Yeah. And I love that it is getting something out of you.
Definitely. Yeah, that's what it's grown into. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's what it started out as. That's what it's, grown into is me trying to like you said, get it in others, get that to, get that feeling of releasing what people feel in their chest that maybe deep down, and, sort of having that relating moment. That's really what it's all about for me. And then I'm just trying to, be very intentional now with what I do with my music. And it's cool. It really is cool. It's definitely a therapy for sure.
Yeah. You can see it in some artists.
Yeah.
Chris Boyd, he did Bars on the Bus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've seen his video,
Yeah.
but there was some intensity in that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And,
Mm-hmm.
and by the end of it, dude, you could feel it all just, it was
built up.
It was yeah, but you could like see him almost like release and then like kind of smiled, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could almost see the relief,
Feel
like
it
he was
flow out
getting
of
some
him.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
And there was some anger, bro. He had spit on his lip. He was going so hard. You know what I mean? Like it was.
And that's what's beautiful, man. I mean, that's what's beautiful about music is you can really, I mean, that's what it is. It's a scapegoat, it's a place for you to be yourself and say something in a setting where you're not going to be judged. You don't have to worry about being judged by other people. You can say what you want and get that off your chest and really speak your mind and just let it be and let it go.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
That's what's
really
up.
What it's all about. Yeah.
That's what's up. So, as far as like your, I guess, where are you getting your beats? Who's doing the production?
Yeah.
What is your process?
Okay. Yeah, definitely. So, really all over the place. So Loud Pack, shout out Loud Pack Entertainment. I've been a part of them for about the last 6-7 months or so, and we're really trying to build something cool, build a team of like-minded individuals from across the map to really space off and just get
be creative together.
Yeah, exactly, be creative together. So we're not limiting ourselves to people. We work with artists from all over the US, but pretty much we have a producer. His name is Kaizo. He is based out of Grand Island, and he is sort of our main producer for Loud Pack. He does all of our beats and stuff like that. So shout out Kaizo. As far as engineering sort of all over the place. Our main engineer for Loud Pack, his name's Chief. Chief mixed it. He's based out of New Mexico. And so he's a real dope individual. Super hard worker. He actually works down at the dispensary down there.
Well, he sells exotic plants too.
Yeah, man.
Not just
Yeah,
not trees, but like actual like flowers. Like has some actual
like house plants and stuff.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it right now, but he's got that.
He does live streams and does a whole bunch of different stuff. I can't think of his plant shop right now.
He was in here for a podcast a while. It was kind of a group deal, and it was in there. I just can't think of it right now, but
super dope dude though.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's sort of the main engineer for Loud Pack. But other than that, on a personal level, for like a lot of my solo music that I've done, if I haven't engineered it myself, if I haven't mixed and mastered it myself, which I normally just do on a lot of my music, I have a guy down in Houston, Texas. His name's Mac the Engineer.
okay.
Really dope dude. I met him through a studio here in town a few years back, and sort of we clicked, went through a whole I don't know, just instant sort of connection. But he's done a lot of really dope stuff with like Grammy nominated artists. He's worked with, Kodak Black. He's done, Jeremiah. Just like, a lot of really, really cool people. Bryson Tiller. Just to name a few, So working with him has been amazing. He's done a lot of really cool stuff on my music. So
as far as the engineering and stuff you've been doing, were you self-taught?
Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. Self-taught. Trying to get started on my music. Learned, I didn't really have anybody in my corner at first. And so I needed to learn how to do it. And that's really where it came from. And I just kept going from there. You know, I'll take the help and stuff when I can get it, and you know, it's always dope to work with different individuals and let them put their touch on it. But most of the time when I'm recording, I record at home. I have my own setup and stuff like that, and so I'll record at home. And since I'm already touching it, I'll just finish it all out and mix and master everything and do it all myself. So
that's what's up. I put this together on no training and just I've been winging it, and it could be better. I know that there's like better ways. I just don't know those ways or haven't figured them out yet. But I am still always poking around and trying to learn it.
And see, if you don't, then you won't ever learn how to. That's the thing.
Right.
If you don't try, you won't ever learn. And that's the thing, is you can't let not knowing stop you from trying to proceed in what you want to do. That's where a lot of people get scared, is, you know, the uncomfortableness of not knowing what's going on and, you know, not being in control of the situation. But you just got to take it step by step. If you need to take it second by second, you can, but that's what it's all about. Life's a learning curve. It's a learning process every day, every second. You got to keep up with it.
That's 100%. Do you have a writing process? Like, I mean, do you have a ritual, man? Like I know, do you know Jesus' little brother?
I've heard of him.
He has like a whole fast for 3 days and
really
prays for a day and then writes his music. It was wild.
Man.
But I mean, like,
that is absolutely insane. It reminds me of like seeing like Kanye rent out like the Mercedes room in the Mercedes stadium for like a whole week to finish his album. But honestly, when I first started, I can't lie. Always been, as you can tell, you know, with the Bleezy name, I've always been a big smoker. So, you know, definitely light up, you know, feel the ganja, feel the vibes, sort of go from there, and just sort of speak what was on my mind, write what was on my mind. I used to put a lot of pressure into writing, but I can say that within the last year or so, I've honestly probably only wrote like one song. I've switched over to a lot of just like punch-ins, just doing in the moment, like recording one takes and cutting and, you know, fitting in what sounds good. And I do a lot of stuff just off the top of the head now. That honestly, I feel like it takes so much time to write and so much time out of my day to write that I don't have that. I get in the studio and just go with what feels right.
There.
Yeah.
You have like a voice note in your phone. You just be rapping to every now and then on the road.
Sometimes, definitely. Yeah. That's the cool thing is, man, I find find inspiration everywhere. So if I can't record where I'm at, then definitely I'll pull over and get a memo. If it's a melody or, you know, a couple of bars or something, and I can feed off of that. But I'd say there's always a starting point to something. I'll have like an idea or like a melody or a couple of bars that I want to start out with that I had in my head, and then I'll sort of just flow off of that. But I don't write full songs anymore.
See,
yeah,
that's what it is. A lot of people don't have I don't want to say a lot of people. Some people don't have the natural ability to just be able to come off the top and have it be well received. Yeah.
Well, and it's crazy because I don't know. Yeah, it is like a lot of I don't know. It's a lot of like testing the waters for what sounds good, you know, because like you don't get it on the first try. But you know, that's the cool thing about teaching myself. That's another reason why I wanted to teach myself how to mix and master, is being able to do that. You know, it just helps out so much being able to mix it up and be able to, you know, put in there what sounds good. And I found out with music that sometimes it's not even about, you know, really what you say, but sometimes just about how you make people feel, you know. So, you know, sometimes you can just vibe out. And, you know, I don't know. I've really always thought about that since Kid Cudi and his like humming, you know, ever since like Kid Cudi became super big off his humming, and just hearing that and the melodies that came from that and how that could make a person feel, you know.
Yeah. I've been real big on violin and piano hip hop, like mixed on just listening to that.
Yeah.
Just to, I don't know, man, sometimes music be making you feel angry and making you feel in your feelings or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I've been, it's been uplifting, and that make the kids listen to it in the car on road trips and stuff.
Definitely.
At first they were like, but I've even caught the baby, like the 2-year-old in the backseat, just strapped in his car seat vibing, you know?
Dude. Yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I love all sorts of music, man. I mean, I can find a vibe in anything for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one's going to be one of the tough questions here.
Mm-hmm.
Dream collaboration, dead or alive. You could bring back Prince or something, man, if that's your guy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Who would you want to lay your dream track with?
Man, that's a tough one.
It is. It's huge.
There's so many dope artists out there, man. Oh gosh.
And then kind of why would you choose that person? Is it their flow? Is it, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Oof. I would say if I could choose anybody from all time, dang, that's tough. That's a crazy one, man.
I've had Michael Jackson. I think it was an answer once, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Michael, as far as like, you know, publicity wise and like, you know, whatnot, I mean, Michael Jackson would make sense. I mean, he's probably the most popular musician.
But can you keep up with Mike?
Probably not.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
So you got to kind of be.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for me.
Yeah,
I don't think.
So I mean, you know, and it could be a different genre. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah. I think honestly, a cool one that I think I would love. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck between two.
Okay. Well, let's go with that.
Kind of stuck between two. I would say something that's not really practical out of my genre. Bob Marley. I love reggae music.
I caught a little vibe there in something you were saying earlier.
Yeah, love reggae music. I've love the islands, love the tropics, love everything about that. Bob Marley was a huge inspiration for me growing up. So that would say him. But something as far as like my music that I would love, we were sort of talking about something earlier about electric guitars and hip hop music.
Yeah.
Another big inspiration who I would love to have a song with would have been Jimi Hendrix. I think that would have been absolutely. I think that's a dream, like a dream collab. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's something that would be absolutely insane.
And kind of pre-show, we were talking about how adding that guitar or the drum kit, something just adds that much more to the show.
It does.
So the presence of Hendrix guitar, like
that would be insane. Yeah, that would be absolutely insane. Shout out Hendrix. I mean, I've always been a big fan of that live rendition behind a hip hop instrumental, or having that extra percussion and live feel to it. It turns it from a song or a concert to an experience. It's something that you can immerse yourself in. You can just feel it that much more.
I saw Scarface with a full band once, and that was dope as hell.
Yeah, man, like you just can't beat it. But I mean, you're seeing it more and more every day. I mean, people are combining all sorts of genres every day. I mean, a big legend that's been getting into a lot of mainstream hip hop recently, Carlos Santana. Santana's done a lot of hip hop songs and stuff like that, even in recent times. So that's pretty cool stuff. That would be a pretty cool person too. I would say that I would love to have a song with. That'd be sweet. Yeah, definitely.
So how did you end up kind of finding Loud Pack? Were you friends with somebody, or was it?
Yeah, definitely. So, being born and raised in Omaha, I sort of started my music journey here in Omaha as well. So, started where I was most comfortable with, where I knew sort of, the surroundings and stuff like that. And throughout my journey, I've met a lot of people, done a lot of local shows and stuff like that. So, as far as here in town, I've known KG from KG Boog. Shout out KG Boog. I've known him for a few years now, sort of as a mutual connection based on local shows and stuff here. I think I first did a show with him back in 2021. I think was the first time I familiarized myself with him. Um, Same with drama, drama the artist.
Yeah.
Sort of around that time. Trap Luciano, he's a part of Loud Pack Entertainment. Sort of, I came across him. I've known about him for a while. He sort of was friends with people that I went to school with and different stuff like that. And so I've sort of always heard about him and known about him and whatnot. But
I've seen he's kind of a beast in the media as far as
huge,
he
yeah.
seems to have the recipe a little bit.
Consistency, man. Yeah, his consistency is key, man. I mean, he'll push out 30 plus videos on, you know, his Instagram, 30 plus reels on social media per day. He's grown a really dope following. He does a lot of different community involvement and stuff, like brings a lot of like local artists and I mean people from honestly all across the country that are in different, you know, small sub communities into big sort of, I don't want to say like I don't know, like a big group, a big conglomerate of sorts. So they have these sort of like communities that they build based off of like a bunch of people just networking within each other, word of mouth, and it's really dope. They all share each other's stuff and they all work together, sort of build up some stuff. So he's been going really hard on social media recently. Yeah, he's broke the algorithm. I see him literally everywhere.
He's kind of one of the guys that I haven't really met yet.
Yeah, man.
I am looking forward to when he does finally get in. I understand people got life and I do this on Fridays and Sundays. Like, here's your two options, bud.
Shout out Trap. Yeah, man, we definitely got to get him in here for sure. He's a dope individual. He makes really dope music. He's sort of the one that got me out of the writing world and into, you know, sort of freestyling and just doing what sounds good. He's like, listen, man, you're just thinking too much about it. You know, you just got to do what sounds good, take it off the chest. And I think from there, my music's honestly improved so much quality wise. I mean, as far as what I'm saying and what it sounds like.
Sometimes we're the king of getting in our own way.
Exactly, man. You just got to learn your own path. You know, nobody knows what they're doing. Yeah, you just got to go day by day. Do what works best for you.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Do you, I guess there's obviously a lot of artists out there that just do this alone. What are the bigger benefits you see being with a group like Loud Pack?
Yeah, man. The support. I think that being an independent artist, especially somebody that isn't necessarily on like a mainstream level, there's a lot of people who get to a point where they feel like, you know, they're not really making a difference and not really doing much, you know, so they just give up because they feel like there's not much going on. But having a dope group of people around you that, you know, are on the same wavelength as you and want the same end goal is dope, because you guys can all push each other to keep going. And so, I mean, not every day everybody is, you know, cool with, you know, I'd say each other. We all get into our little, you know, days sometimes that we have.
You're
but
artists.
Yeah, exactly, man. We're all stubborn. We're all stubborn as fuck. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're all brothers, and we, you know, brothers, sisters. There's females that are in the group too that, you know, and I mean, Loud Pack is massive. I mean, there's people all over the country, like I was saying earlier. So, I mean, everybody just pushes each other to keep going, and that's the coolest part about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I see a lot of artists post on their Facebooks and stuff. You know, I think I'm done with the music, and
yeah, man.
You know, it's
sad. I've been there. I can't lie. Yeah, I think that Loud Pack picked me up. I was at a point where I was done. I felt like I was done with music. You know, I did started out, you know, in a group and then went solo, and I you know, was recording at this big multi-million-dollar studio, and, you know, was doing a lot of really dope concerts, traveling, doing a lot of cool shit. And then, you know, I sort of got to a point where I distanced myself from that studio due to some, you know, the music industry is a dirty place, and I got done wrong. And so I distanced myself, went independent, and sort of from there, you know, I felt like I didn't really have much to go off of. You know, I wasn't really doing much. And so I took a break, and Loud Pack really picked me up and put me back where I belonged and pushed me to keep going.
So the boys keep you going.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's definitely a huge part of my My mental strength to keep up in the music industry for sure. Yeah.
So, where are you at on new music coming up?
Yeah. So, got a lot of stuff in the vault for sure. I think so new music coming out. I got an album that's going to be coming out soon with Trap Luciano. We've worked on it. It was mixed and mastered by me, and really, really dope. We put a lot of time into this, so I'm very excited. There'll be more details on that coming soon. I don't really have them all worked out yet, but that'll be probably my next big thing that I'm going to be working on. Just released a song back on Christmas. That was sort of my latest release that I came out with, Pound for Pound. But other than
that was
that,
what you performed here on the show, correct?
Yep. So it was pretty fun. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff in the vault, man. Just working, trying to be intentional. That's what I'm really trying to do all 2026 is just be intentional about what I do. Not just spur of the moment stuff. There's a lot of people that do a lot of just, I'm gonna release this just because, right now, and I want to be very intentional, be very, I find if you have goals and you set them and you work on, things step by step, you work towards something, you can get towards that way faster.
Promotion goes, if you're not going ahead of time, you're promoting during the middle, and you got to just follow through the whole time.
Exactly.
Because if you half step on that, it can fall off quick.
Exactly. I read something that recently in today's time in music and stuff, I read something saying that you got to have at least 200 plus. For an album, you got to have at least 200 plus videos of content to be pushed with it. For something to be super successful, and then that's not full length music videos, that can be reels and different stuff like that, but you got to have a lot of content for stuff on top of it.
And let's be real, being part of a team like you are, y'all are sharing each other's posts and comment on each other's posts and each other's songs, which also helps kind of break the algorithm.
Of course, yeah, that's a huge part of it too. Having people in your corner is really dope to push that. It's really dope to have that because that's the biggest part, breaking the algorithm. There's so many people that make amazing music but don't get pushed because they don't have they don't know how to break the Facebook algorithm or the Instagram algorithm. They don't look into it, and that's really what it's all about. And being consistent, I found, is what really does it. Being consistent, posting at least 3 times a day will help drive up anything. So you just got to keep it going, be persistent, be consistent with it, and you'll find your target audience,
So I know you got at least one show coming up. Do you have more on the horizon? You want to talk about some of those, maybe?
So as of right now, we're focusing for our next show, April 2nd. That's going to be at the Bourbon Theater in Lincoln, opening up for Ritz. Shout out Ritz, Strange Music. That's a pretty good, going to be a dope, super, super dope show. I feel like if it's not sold out, it'll be close to sold out. So, that'll be really dope. I'm excited for that. As far as in the future, right now we're working on building a Loud Pack Fest. So we're working on building a sort of a Loud Pack festival for everybody to come out to and sort of build our own event. So that'll be something that'll be coming here on the horizon. And just sort of trying to get ourselves out there as more of a, I don't know, something, not just artists, but people for the community that people can also, benefit off of too. We want to help people out. So bring different artists in and have them perform and do different stuff like that, just
charity
open
events
up
and all that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We held a charity event for, Christmas and different stuff like that. Worked with Together Inc. It's a local nonprofit that help with, the housing crisis here in town and, individuals experiencing homelessness and different stuff like that. So there's a lot more of that to come here in the future. And Loud Pack is really just about, building up each other, and it's a community effort. Everybody's involved, and we want to help everybody grow for sure.
While we're addressing the homelessness issue, shout out George McGinnis here locally, takes donations and distributes them to the homeless.
That's beautiful, man. Yeah.
He was recovering addict and used to be homeless himself, and probably says he probably wouldn't have made it out without the assistance of some people. And
Yeah, man.
some of those people still donate to him. He sends pictures and stuff of some of the stuff he's donating. And
That's beautiful, man. Yeah, and that's what it's all about, giving back to, the people in your community, the less fortunate. There's always going to be somebody that's struggling more than you are, and that's another thing that keeps me going. Just trying to be grateful and about how blessed I am, and how blessed I am to wake up every day and have a home, just to have a home.
Yeah,
I mean,
real.
just as simple as that. People don't have that, so yeah, man. I mean, we're all about uplifting everybody and just making sure that we're here for anybody that we can be. Yeah, definitely for the community.
Right on. You got any big shout outs you want to do for the shout outs, and then kind of where everybody can find you social media wise?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So first and foremost, want to say shout out Loud Pack Entertainment, everybody that's involved with this and had a part in Loud Pack. Guys are amazing. And yeah, want to shout out my amazing girlfriend every day. She sort of keeps me going and sort of, pushes me to be better every single day. It's been through a lot of stuff with me. So yeah, shout out her. She knows all the ups and downs that I've been through. So really dope to have somebody like that in your corner. Shout out Bars on the Bus. Shout out Long Bus Short Thoughts. Shout out anybody that I've had, contact with over the years. It takes a whole team. It takes a village, honestly, to make things happen. So, I mean, there's no way I could say thanks to every single person that I have thanks for, but I'm super thankful for everybody that I've came in contact with, all the knowledge I've gained over the years, and just got to keep pushing and keep learning.
Where can everybody find you?
Yep. So you can find me on social media, Bleezy G, BLEEZYG. You can just Google, Bleezy G, and all of my socials will pop up on there. On Instagram, I am at the official Bleezy, the official Bleezy G. I apologize, but yeah, man. Other than that, I'm just, super excited to keep going. I got a lot of stuff coming out here in the future, so stay tuned.
I got another hard question for you.
Yeah.
If you could go to see a concert,
Mm-hmm.
3 artists, you can build the best show to see, bro. Who is it?
Oh, God. Dead or Alive?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dead or Alive, I feel like, okay. Top 3.
You can bring a group back together, or like, even if it was like you wanted to go see like the 90s Wu-Tang.
Yeah, man, that would be nuts. Man, dude, that's a tough one.
I told you I had at least two really hard hitters.
Yeah. So I feel like in no particular order, I think that I would want to see a man. Yikes, man. Yeah, that's a tough hitter, brother. I'd say
throw this at you.
Yeah.
Method Man,
Ooh.
E40,
Yeah.
and DMX.
That's your 3?
Yeah, but maybe Nas. Nas and DMX were like 2 really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe even Cameron was in,
Yeah, at one point. Yeah, that's hard, man. See, you could definitely.
I even went to 5.
Oh God, man. See, it's so tough, man, because I have such a huge background of like inspiration. So I don't know, yeah, man. Definitely. I mean, I'm gonna go with, for sure, go back to before of who I wanted to work with. I think seeing Jimi Hendrix in concert would be absolutely insane. So I definitely think he would be a dope one. I think that Tupac, I think I would want to see a Tupac concert in his prime. I think that would be super dope. And then honestly, I think I've watched a lot of, I don't know, growing up in like the early 2000s and stuff. I think like a prime Limp Bizkit concert would be fucking badass, dude.
That could be dope.
Like, I don't know, like just like a prime
Bro, I remember
Limp
how
Bizkit
big
concert
that
would be-
was. I graduated high school in 2000.
Yeah.
So like that was like right, you know,
Yep.
everybody was wearing the red hats and
Yeah, man. And I mean, they were freaking nuts, man. They were nuts back then. I don't know. I've always been so like astonished by like the way that people like are able to move the crowds and get people going. Like some of these concerts are freaking nuts with the mosh pits that they have nowadays. Like it's freaking crazy. And I think that was like just such a cool time, like back in the early 2000s, MTV days, and
some of the most like, I don't care what anybody says, like King ISO, Tech Nine, Table of the Truth type of, they have a crazy energy on stage.
Yeah,
I mean that's been, and then ICP.
Oh my god,
my
they're
top
nuts,
two
dude.
biggest energy shows would be like ISO and Tech, and then ICP.
They're nuts, yeah, dude. The Fago breaks, they freaking spray people with fucking soda.
Yes, bro. It was
nuts,
like they had
man.
like 3 liters of soda, instead of the 2 liters, and they just give them a little shake, like with their finger on the end, and then just like point it in the air, and it
They
just
freaking
goes
explode. Yeah, they go way into the crowd, dude.
across. Like it was into the second level at the bourbon, at the, what the hell is it? They call it now. The Admiral.
Oh yeah, old Sokol.
Sokol, yeah. It was, now
Yeah,
it's the Admiral.
yeah,
Yep.
old
They were
Sokol,
shooting. I seen a 3 liter hit the soundboard in the second level.
Dude, they're nuts. Yeah, man, they're nuts. That level of just I don't give a fuck is dope.
It's insane. It was.
dumb,
I
dude.
stood like back far enough that I stayed dry.
Yeah.
Like my buddy that was with me took a 3 liter to the leg.
Oh fuck.
But
yeah.
you know that was okay. But on the way out, dude, like everybody that
So
bumped me was
sticky.
so sticky. I
Yeah,
was like,
man.
oh hell.
They say they use like sugar free to try and make it like
Less.
try to make it less sticky, but there ain't no way, dude. I mean, it's still soda at the end of the day. You know, it's freaking just drenching people in fucking stickiness.
It was rather insane.
Yeah.
I was glad I stood where I stood.
Dude.
I was glad I went and experienced it also.
Yeah.
Because that was
It's this one. I don't know. Yeah, there's some things that you, even if it's not your cup of tea, just experiencing it once is cool. You know.
Yeah,
It's
for
cool,
sure.
man.
For sure. Right on, brother. Well, you got anything else you wanna shout out before we go?
Man, shout out you, man. Shout out you for having me. I appreciate you for having me on the show. It's always dope connecting with people out here in the community. Shout out everybody in the Omaha music scene out here trying to make it every day. Shout out Nice Enough Entertainment. I want to say they're a big crutch for a lot of local artists here in the Omaha world, or in the Omaha music world.
Mr. Treat People Decent.
Yep, Mr. Treat People Decent, Justin Strawstone. Yeah, he's huge in the Omaha music scene. He's the one that's getting us hooked up for the Rich show here in April. So shout out Nice Enough Entertainment. And other than that, shout out the viewers. You guys are what keeps things going. Without the viewers and the supporters, we wouldn't have any dope shit like this going. So yeah.
Right on, brother. Well, you have a good one. Thanks again for your time, man.
Appreciate you, brother. Have a great day.
Yes, sir. We're gonna keep the bus rolling.
Run it.
Come and jump in the ride, hop on the bus. We gon' slide, be outside when we pick you up. Take you to a place where you can open up your mind. Say what you gotta say, and nobody blinks an eye.